Welcome everyone, this is Sir Godwin, aka Optimus Prime, and welcome to this mod spotlight of Terrafirmacraft. Terrafirmacraft is my favorite mod by far, and here we go showing it off. Let's do this thing right now, right here, right now, boom, 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 boom. So, Terrafirmacraft, how I like to explain it, is survival on steroids, basically. Terrafirmacraft takes Minecraft survival and makes it even harder. That's why I say survival on steroids. It comes with its own little texture pack thing. Pretty much changes the look of everything. But what you're gonna do when you start playing Terrafirmacraft is you'll see these rocks all around and these sticks. We're actually going to switch over to survival real quick. Oops, I can't. Boop. Okay. So as you can see on the at the bottom, we have a health and we have 3 bars. We have our normal health bar. They do look a little different. The enchantment bar, and then on the right we have our green food bar, and our blue water bar. You are actually going to need to water is needed to play this game, so you do not dehydrate. If you do get fully dehydrated and the blue bar is all the way at the bottom, you will gain slowness and you will not be able to run as far. You will not die, but you will be a lot slower. And then health is the food. As soon as you lose your food, your hunger, you will die. You will die within it will do 2 ticks, then you will be dead after those ticks. But here you go. We start out starting out in Terrafirmacraft. What you'll do is you'll see these rocks. You'll see these rocks and sticks and all sorts of other stuff all around. You're going to want to pick up these because that was weird. Because by picking up these rocks, there is a technique called napping. Napping is the way to get your Stone Age tools. Now, getting tools and getting supplies is a lot harder in Terrafirmacraft. Certain things will not stack as high. Food is harder to find because there will not be animals continuously spawning all over the place. But napping, actually I'm going to grab some, we're going to get some sticks. We'll get a stick real quick just so we can make a tool. Napping is really simple. Oops. What you're going to want to do is on your hotbar, you're going to go over the rock. This one is shale rock, which I mean slate rock, which there are a lot of rocks in there's too many rocks in Terrafirmacraft. I'll actually be explaining that later. What we're going to do is you're going to want to right click and you'll pull up this screen right here. There are a limited amount of tools you can make at the very beginning in the Stone Age, but first thing you're probably going to want to do is make stone knife blades. Now, with those knife blades, you will take them. You'll put a knife blade right there. You will take a stick, and you'll get a knife. Now, that is how you make the basic tools in Terrafirmacraft using napping. Basic stone tools. Also, more tools you're going to want to know. Which I will have a link to the Terrafirmacraft wiki in the description of this video, showing you guys how to I would definitely recommend going to it and reading over it a little bit if you are going to download this mod, which I will also have a link to the download to this mod in the description. You're definitely going to want to read over that. Now, this is the simple stone shovel. You're going to want to be making one of those, as well as an axe. Wow, I just forgot how to make an axe. Nope, I didn't. I am not the best at Terrafirmacraft, but I do love it very much though, and you're going to want to make an axe. But that's basic, simple napping. Napping is you need to know some basic tools for napping. Again, all you gotta do, you find a stick. You can also get sticks by breaking this stuff, the leaves. See, you'll have a stick fall. This is also the only way that you can get saplings. So, and also another thing that I will show you here right now, you're going to want to do this to get saplings. See, there you go, we have a hickory sapling. There's a lot more trees as well in Terrafirmacraft. What you're going to want to do, you're not going to do a simple just chop, 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 chop. What you're going to want to do is you're definitely going to want to go to the bottom, because chopping down trees takes a long time, as you can tell. But what will happen is you will chop down the tree, and after this long process, which is another, which can be easier, but once you get new metals, all the tree will just fall apart right there, and that is why you're going to want to chop those, get those down beforehand to get sticks and saplings, so you can get more. But that is the simple beginning part that you get first thing you want to do. Also, first with a stone knife, why I say you want to make a stone knife is because Terrafirmacraft grass is not the same as normal vanilla Minecraft grass. You can't just hit it and get seeds out of it or anything like that. You actually have to find plants all over the place. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to do that. You will get straw, and man, there's a lack of grass over here. What we're gonna, I'm going to want to find some more grass real quick. What we're going to want to do is you'll get, once you get in a crafting recipe of 4 of them, you can take the 4 straw, and you'll get a thatch block, which is the beginning building block for your first day. You're gonna want to get that because you are going to want to build a house before the night, because you will not survive the night if you do not have a house. Now, probably some of you, if you don't know much about Terrafirmacraft, you're probably going to wonder, why can't I just dig a hole into the ground, or into the wall? Well, I will show you right now. Also, if you're going to want to dig any dirt, you're going to want to get a shovel. You also want a shovel for clay, which I will show you in a second. Gravity exists in Terrafirmacraft, and this is how. This is me. See, look. Watch this. You can't just dig a hole in. Let's try digging a hole. See, we can't do that. Everything keeps falling. Strangely, this is defying gravity. Some of this is defying gravity. There are little bug parts right here that like this. But yes, there we you can tell it's all falling apart. This is not a very efficient way to spend the night. You can have a cave-in the middle of the night, which will kill you and you will suffocate. So digging a hole, not the best idea. You're going to want to get that knife, and you're going why I say you're going to want to make 2 knives is because the knives will break fairly quickly. Another thing you're going to want to do, oh my goodness. Okay, we're switching to creative real quick, because I do not want to have this rain, which it tends to rain a lot in Terrafirmacraft, which is kind of a pain, but I guess like it also takes into consideration seasons as well as the area in which you are at. But for another thing you're going to want to find on your first day is these little flowers they're called goldenrods. Let's actually just throw this stuff in here real quick so we have some room. With these goldenrods, what time of day is it actually? Because I'll probably have to switch there. But with these goldenrods, underneath the goldenrods is where you will find clay. Now clay is not again, clay is also completely different in Terrafirmacraft. What you're actually going to have to make pottery and molds, so you can actually find metals and melt the metals inside of these molds inside of a pit kiln. Now, how you make a pit kiln with this clay that you have now gotten, which pit kilns, okay, so firstly, with the clay, you are going to want to right-click on it, and then you will have the same little thing that you did when you were napping, but this case, you are actually making molds. You can also make, I don't even remember what they're called. Let's find out real quick. I believe it's called a vessel. Yes, a vessel. You make a clay vessel, which you then pit kiln. You can make a ceramic jug, I believe is what it is called. A clay jug, which you are going to want to make so you can actually get water, which one way of getting your thirst is actually just sitting in water, in clean water, in fresh water, not salt water, which this appears to be. You can tell if it is salt water, fresh water. If there are whatchamacallits, there's cattails, I believe they're called, will be sticking up. But with this, you are going to want to also another thing you can make are mold tools, which you will need to get metals, which is a lot harder to get metals. Let's think of some basic tools you're going to be needing. You are going to be needing a pickaxe, of course, which that is the thing for pickaxes. As well, metals are a lot harder to find. Once you do find metals, once you do get into the stage of actually going to search for metals and digging for metals, you're going to need to make a prospector's pick, which I believe is this. Oops, nope, I screwed that one up, my bad. This is a prospector pick, I believe, I hope. Yep, prospector's pick. But you're going to want to find clay so you can actually do that stuff. You are not able to make any chests or do any crafting table or anything such as that at the moment, because what you will get is just logs, and to make planks you will need a saw, which I sometimes forget the saw mold, so I'm not actually going to try that. But yes, what you have is you have your clay and everything. You're going to want to gather some clay. Most likely you're going to want to find a source of fresh water for to actually start building your camp or whatever you want to call it. Then pit kilning. This is the next step that you're going to need to know. First, you are going to need to make a fire starter, which is 2 sticks, basically just rubbing 2 sticks together. If you are wondering about steak, beef, I had to switch over. I had to get that real quick, just in case. And then, because I'm not actually going to bother about getting food, just showing it off. Then, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to dig a hole. You're going to take your molds. You are going to hold shift, right click, and you will set those things down inside the hole. Let's actually pick up that dirt, even though we probably won't need it. You're going to hold shift, set those down using right click. Now, I'm actually going to need to get some more wood. You are going to need a lot of logs. I recommend actually chopping down the leaves first and getting the saplings, because you are going to want to make a tree farm of sorts. So you can actually, and also you can tell that the leaves are a different color. That is because of this little factor right here. You can see there are these things on the side. It is going to be, for you, when you first start, it will be different, because setting this thing up, it does still take it away. You have the, your health and food works differently. You have the food groups, fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, dairy. You also have the time of day, the time of the year. Right now is early autumn. So as you can tell, the leaves will actually start changing color. If you are going to want to get enough food supplies and stuff like that before winter comes around, because if you do not have food during winter, you will die. Because unless you want to go kill an animal, which I recommend not killing animals because they are harder to find. I guess if you are really lucky and you find at least more than 1 male and 1 female in a certain area, you can go ahead and kill the one extra that you have, because you actually do have to worry about male and female. Also, you will see little plants. You will see plants around here. To get these plants, such as this tomato, you will simply just right-click on it. Oops, why? Oh, there we go. And there you go. You get food like that. There you go. Get an achievement. What was I just? Oh yes, I was getting. You're going to pick him. You're going to need. There's lots of tomatoes over here. Make sure that if you are, oops, and of course we have a little lag spike right there. I cannot find any grass, which is not good. You are definitely going to want to have to find some grass. Also, be careful around ravines and holes or anything like that because of gravity. If you stand on the edge of it for too long, you will die. Well, you will not die, but there is a chance that it will fall in and you will fall with it. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna spawn myself in. I can't see it. Oop. I'm just gonna spawn myself in some straw because it's taking forever. Unfortunately, this area right here does not have much grass. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to need 8 straw and 8 hickory logs. What you will do is you will just all you have to do is hold down right click, and it will stop as soon as 8 of it goes in. Same thing with hickory logs. You are going to want to be careful and actually stop, because if you do it again, it will actually Oh, my bad. If you only have 8 though, and it is an empty hand that you are using, this will happen right here. It'll actually just pop one out. So if you do only have 8, I recommend stopping before, so you don't have the pain of having to do it again. You will now take this fire starter. It may take a second. There. Oh, oops. That was bad. That was terrible luck with that. Then you're going to we'll just make another fire starter. They're pretty easy to make. There we go. You will get a fire will start, and then in there the vessels are cooking, the jug is cooking, and those molds are cooking. And that is basically what you need for the first part. Another thing you're going to want to know how to do is God, what is it called? Gold panning. Gold panning is the word I was looking for. To gold pan, you will just take a log and a knife, put it in there. You will get 4 bowls. To make a gold pan, you just put a bowl in there, a bowl in there, and you can take gravel or dirt. Not dirt, gravel or sand. Go into any water source, dig a hole right there. Take your gravel, set it down right there. It cannot be underwater when you do this. You will take the gold pan. If you right click on that, you will get a full gold pan, and holding that, it will start gold panning. This is the easiest way of getting metals at the very first at the very beginning, which you are going to need to do. Another way is that you will see metals just laying around all over the place, such as like these rocks. You can, if you hit those, just like anything else, they will pop up. If you get enough of those, there are certain percentages of everything that you are going to need to know to do certain to make certain metals. To there's a lot. That's why I'm recommending you go onto the Terrafirmacraft wiki, which I will have the link below, and read up a little bit on there before you actually do too much. Before you actually do too much of it, we're just staying creative for now. But yes, this thing will eventually end, and you will go in there. You will just simply shift click the stuff in there, and you will get those things. Gold panning. That's since I'm in creative, it's just gonna go non-stop, but it will eventually end, and you will after, I believe, a maximum 50 times at a certain area, you will not be able to gold pan in that area, and you'll have to go find another area. Now, onto the good stuff. Over here, we have all the tools and weapons that you will be able to make in Terrafirmacraft. Starting with the tools, basic. This is all the metal tools I actually just made in blue steel. But for the stone tools, the tools you will be able to make in with stone, you will be able to make a hammer, a shovel, which a hammer it is a weapon. You could consider it a weapon, but it also is a tool. Hammers are the only hammers are the only stone things you will be able to make that will do much damage against skeletons. We have the hammer, shovel, axe, and the hoe. Now, going on to the metal stuff, you can the stuff you're going to want to make. There is a saw, a chisel, hoe, hammer, shovel, a pickaxe, a prospector's pick, a scythe, which is an efficient, really fast way to get all the leaves down, and an axe. Now, the weapons you will be able to make at the very beginning, I guess an axe can be used as a weapon as well, but the specific weapons you will be able to make at the beginning are a javelin, which is a throwing weapon, and a knife. Once you proceed, you can make a... What are those called? 1 second. Those are... Can't believe I forgot. Maces. You can make a mace, a knife, of course, a javelin, and a sword. A sword. Those are the tools and weapons in Terrafirmacraft. Now, the woods in Terrafirmacraft, there is an abundance of woods. There is more than usual. What we have is also there is the doors that are different colors, as well as fences and fence gates. Fences look kind of cool. I will show you those in a little bit. As well as multiple different things. Pretty much anything you make out of wood, you can change the color by just using a simple different wood. We have acacia, capic, I believe is how you pronounce it, willow, which is my least favorite wood. It is completely ugly. White elm, Douglas fir, chestnut, birch, oak, aspen, hickory, I believe this is maple, ash, pine, spruce, sequoia, sycamore, and white elm. And those are the types of woods that are in this game. You will find, depending on the how far south or north you are, or just your position in the world, you will find different types of wood. Let me just switch it to day real quick. Oops. That is basically all that I have to say on the woods. There are how many? 17 different kinds of woods. They all have the same functions, but you can change the color of certain things by doing that, by using different woods. Alright guys, and now moving on to the rocks that the types of rocks that are actually in Terrafirmacraft. They actually have 21 different types of rocks in Terrafirmacraft. All of which will you can kind of use those to help you give you a waypoint on maybe where certain where you are in the world, and what certain alloys will only grow inside of in each one of these rocks. So I don't have all of them right here. How many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I only have 10 of the actual the rocks that are actually here, but it would be a really long thing if I was going to show all of them. There are actually don't remember if I said, but there are 21 different types. I'm just going to go over and let you actually, let me just explain all this. So there are these for every single type of rock. There's the cobblestone. There's the normal thing that you actually find in the environment. You actually I don't know for sure if you can actually create get this and build with this. I only know this is what it looks like in the main environment. To make these, to make the cobblestone, all you have to do is take your conglomerate rock. You will take in the thing of 4, and you will get a conglomerate cobblestone right here. Boom, conglomerate cobblestone. And it, as you can see, it does have gravity, so it does fall. The smooth the smooth conglomerate. Actually, let me just I do apologize. Give one second, everybody. Sorry about that. But to actually make this chiseled conglomerate, what you'll need. Okay. Alright. I do apologize. There is a way to actually get this stuff in the world, like to actually create this stuff. I do not know how. I do apologize. Again, just check the Terrafirmacraft wiki if you want to know that. But with this chisel, which I'll actually just talk about the chisel right now. The chisel has multiple different settings. M I believe is a preset, but I have mine set to Z. But to change the chisel, if you notice at the bottom right next to the hotbar, there is a little square thing that shows up when I have the chisel in my hand. To use this chisel, you will need a hammer in your hotbar. But if you, by me pressing Z, you can see it changing. This will make it into a yada yada. You know what I mean? The stairs, as you can tell, obviously by that. Also, there is a half slide, which makes it, which takes off. You can go up to an eighth. You can go up to an eighth of each one, and you can actually half slab it down and make it really small. You can actually do a lot of little things into it. This one, I believe this is to make. I don't remember exactly, but there is one of them. I don't remember exactly. I believe it was that last one. You actually can take micro blocks like that's. Just like this little square right there, you can actually take off a square like there, dealing with the rain for now. But to do that, you will just need to put it on the chisel, the smooth, and you will right click, and there you go. You have a smooth conglomerate rock. But showing off the rest of them, other ones I have shown right here, which are more. Like I said, there are 11 more. We have rock salt, quartzite, shale, dolomite, chert, basalt, chalk, limestone, and schist. Now again, I've been saying this a lot, I guess, but it's just to show there is more stone. There is more stones that they actually have in here, and just go check my Terrafirmacraft wiki if you want to know about that. Or once you if you do download Terrafirmacraft, you can just check it yourself by going on creative. Next up is all the metals that are in Terrafirmacraft. These are just the basically the metals that are in it. They have native copper, native gold, native platinum, hematite, native silver, cassiterite, galena, bismuthinite, garnierite. If I do pronounce these wrong, please do not yell me. Gypsum, kaolinite, lignite, bismuthinaceous coal, whatever that word is, coal, tetrahydrite, sphalerite, limonite, magnetite, malachite, satin spar, selenite, graphite, kimberlinite, petrified wood, sulfur, borax, olivine, and lapis lazuli. Those are the metals, the basic metals. Oops. With these metals, you actually have to craft into these are just like what is the word? Like native metals, I guess. Not really native because there's native golds and everything. But ores that you'll find in the ground, these are just those, which you'll actually have to make into different types of metal, which I'll show you right now. And here we have it, all of the metals that you can make into ingots. This is pretty cool. You can actually take them and right-click onto a surface, and it'll actually stack the ingots up. That is, this is the maximum height you can go with each ingot. Certain metals you will need different percentages of different metals that I showed you earlier to make those certain metals, which is why this is survival to the extreme. To actually get these metals, you're going to have to do more. Some of these metals are completely useless. Some are, they are, I believe, 5 tiers of metals. in Terrafirmacraft. Some are complete. In the order I'm about to show you, there is not it's not specific in rarity or value. What we have is bismuth, bismuth bronze, black steel, blue steel, brass, bronze, copper, gold, wrought iron, lead, nickel, pig iron, platinum, red steel, rose gold, silver, steel, sterling silver, tin, and zinc. Now those are all the metals that you can make in ingots. Some of these you will not be able to craft anything with. Some of these you actually will not want to make into ingots, such as bismuth. You will need bismuth, bismuthite, which you will need to actually make bismuth bronze and other things. So some of these I recommend not just making the ingots, but again, look at the Terrafirmacraft wiki and you can find out all about the percentages you will need of everything. I will also have a link to an alloy calculator for Terrafirmacraft, which you can actually figure out exactly how much of each alloy, that's the word I was looking for the metal, the specific metals. Alloy calculator, which will actually be able to figure out exactly how much of each one you are going to need to make these certain metals. That is pretty much all I have on the metals. Moving on, now we have the armors in Terrafirmacraft. As you can see, I actually did some mixing of the armor, and I think it looks really cool. There are different types of armor depending on which metal you use. These are the armors that you can make with the metals that I will tell you right now. This is bronze armor. This is copper armor. This is wrought iron armor. This is red steel armor. This is steel armor. Yes, this is steel armor. This is bismuth bronze armor. This is black bronze armor. This is black steel armor, and this is blue steel armor. Again, there is no specific order in which I told you. Those are just basically all the armors that are in Terrafirmacraft. They all do have this black bronze. I think it looks is pretty cool. It actually has these little wings thing. They will actually pop up a little bit when you actually put it on. There is some on the head. You can't actually tell, but they do have some different they look different on you, as you can tell by this. The helmet actually looks a little bit different, but that there you go. There you have it. Those are the metals in those are the armors in Terrafirmacraft. Now with the metals, as I said before, when I say survival to survival on steroids, it actually takes a lot to be able to make the metals. There are different tiers to make different tiers of metals. You will need different tiers of anvils, which are actually a lot harder to make than just simple normal recipe. You will need the previous anvil to be able to make more, yada yada. I'm not going to go on to that because that would make this video foreverly long. As well as with these are the this is just the names of everything you will need to actually go on and make higher tier metals. We have a forge, the bellows, which if you do know what these mean, then they're real stuff. So yeah, you'll probably know what it means. If you do know what it means, you'll know what it means. The blast furnace, the bloomery, and the crucible. All of these can be used to actually make higher tier metals. If you do want any if you do want to know how to build any of these things, just put it in the comment section below that you want a how-to on how to build how-to video on how to build all these certain things. Most likely you're not going to actually need those until later on a lot farther on into Terrafirmacraft, maybe a lot farther, but pretty far on, such as the blast furnace, which I believe is the last thing you build. Forge is the first thing you will need to actually start making higher tier metals, which you will be able to make I don't remember for sure which specific metals you can make, but I believe that is the first thing you will start making to actually do that. Crucible next, yada yada, onward, blah blah blah. Bloomery, then blast furnace. I believe bellows actually you need to put onto the blast furnace to actually make it so you can go even higher temperatures, and all these are just so you can get to higher temperatures to actually melt certain metals and actually be able to make those metals. That is basically all I have to say on these things. Again, if you do want to know more about this, or you want a how to build video, because there is certain there's certain air pocket things that you need, space area. There's a lot that you actually need to know to actually build one of these. Do you want those? Just put, if I get enough comments in the comment section, I will do a how to build video of one of those. Going on to the foods in Terrafirmacraft, these are the berries. You can find berry bushes in Terrafirmacraft just going all over the place. If you right click on a berry bush, which this one is, what do we have right here? Oops. We have wintergreen berries. there's an amount of ounces that is in food in Terrafirmacraft. You can combine foods by putting them in your crafting table. This is actually a really good example. This is a really good time to actually show. But I did have wintergreen berries in this chest before, but now they're gone. You ask why? Because of this. It's not showing on that. I wonder if I can find one that isn't gone. Oh crap! Well, this isn't good. Okay. Well, what you will find in Terrafirmacraft is there is a decay rate. Actually, yeah, I don't have anything that has a decay rate on it right now. But a decay rate, basically, it will actually decay the food, and the food will actually disappear after. It will be completely gone after a while, making it. It will just destroy the food. It will decay and it will go away. Ways to get rid of the decay is actually by eating it, eating the food. It will get rid of the decay, or by putting it in the crafting table with a knife. With decay, the more decay there is, the more decay it will cause in the future. So you are going to want to be able to keep up on this. What was that? That was wintergreen berries, correct? Yes. And then the wintergreen leaf, I haven't actually been able to get any wintergreen leaves. I do not see that what they are. There really is no use for them right now, I believe. Over here we have, I believe these are blueberries. Yes, we have blueberries as well as the leaf. I'm just gonna get up here. Raspberries as well as the leaf. This isn't done. What was this? Oh, strawberry. These are strawberries with the leaves. This is blackberries, I believe, and blackberry bushes will hurt you if you are in survival. Over here we have, what are these? These are bunch berries. Oops, well, screw that. What do we have right here? We have cranberries. I believe these are snowberries. Yep, snowberries. Guess that. Woo. These are elderberries? No, yes, elderberries. There are multiple berries. These are gooseberries. And finally, we have bunchberries? No, cloudberries. And those are the berries that are in Terrafirmacraft, as well as the bushes, which can actually be used for really good decoration. Now, on the topic of food, here is the, I'm going to just show off. I'm worried that they have decayed a little bit. I think I have, they have decayed. But I'm going to show, decay, as you can tell, is a big issue. And look, there you go. It says decay 68.7%. It's almost gone. Decay is a big issue. You need to keep up on that with your food. Also, putting them in vessels. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe putting them in vessels will slow down the decay. But there are the five food groups in Terrafirmacraft. These are the foods that are in those food groups. We have mutton, beef, fish, eggs, poultry, pork, horse meat, calamari, and soybeans. The fruits as well as the berries over there. There are also trees. Trees are a little bit harder to find. The trees that we have are the red apple trees, the banana trees, the orange trees, green apple trees, lemon trees, olive trees, cherry trees, peach trees, and plum trees. Now, the vegetables, or however you spell it, these are the vegetables you can find in Terrafirmacraft. We have tomatoes, potatoes, onions, cabbage, garlic, carrots, green beans, squash, green, yellow, and red bell peppers. Now, yellow and red bell peppers you can find naturally. Green bell peppers you basically get by picking red bell peppers before they are red. Now, the grains are a very complicated process. You can't basically just get some wheat and put it in the 3 and make the bread. Now, to make grains, there's a very long process which I'm not going to completely go over. I will just tell you the things you will make in each step. Firstly, you will get maize-ear, aka corn, is actually considered a grain in this game. But what the types of grains you have is wheat, barley, oat, rye, rice, and maize-ear. Now, with all these, you will make the barley grain by all those grain by just putting that in the crafting with a knife. Using the rye grain, I believe you put it in. You grind it, make rye flour. I believe mixing it with water will make the dough, and then you can cook it and bake it and actually get the bread. It's a long process to actually get those. Here are the seeds that go along with it. That's all the grains in Terrafirmacraft. Now, dairy, there's only one type of dairy that is cheese. It is a long and I don't even remember the whole process. I've actually never worried about getting cheese. But cheese, it is a pretty long process to actually make the cheese. You need vinegar, milk, water. Takes a while to do it. Also, there are as well as having your water issue, there are drinks. There are actually alcohols. Firstly, you have the water bottle, of course. Now, the drinks you can make are beer, cider, rum, rye whiskey, sake, I believe, vodka, and whiskey. Now, the process for those, I actually do not know, but if you check the Terrafirmacraft wiki, it will have it on there. Now, another thing you can make are meals. Meals are this looks like a mushroom stew, which actually you cannot eat. A majority of the vanilla stuff actually does not work in this game, but these are all just the animations for the meals, which I will show you how to make real quick. Now, this is my kitchen station, Chef Godwin here, teaching you guys how to make food. Now, what you're going to need is you're going to need bowls. Let's actually just throw this stuff up here so we don't have to worry about seeing it in the hotbar. Boop-a-doo. Okay, what you're going to need is you're going to need a bowl, you're going to need a knife, and then you are going to need any sort of surface, wood. I do not believe dirt will work. What you will do is with a bowl in your hotbar, you will right click on that surface, is throwing the bowls onto that surface. Now what you will do is you will right click on it again, and you can see we have this thing right here. Now I'm going to grab some food and I will make my food real quick. Now, food can taste terrible, it can taste excellent, it all ranges, but I'm guessing this is going to be delicious. Look, we have some cooked beef, potatoes, maize ear, and red bell peppers. Let's do this real quick. Now, there is certain ways you actually have to put it in. I think this will work. I hope. Yes, this will work. This is what I have right here. We're going to make my food real quick. What do we have right here? Cooked beef. Oh, look, it tastes amazing. Oh, yes, tastes amazing. Oh, yeah, look at that. Boom. Simply eat that meal. Just like that. It's going to just, depending on how much you have on it, it might disappear. But there we go, my amazingly delicious meal. Next up, we have the kern, I think it's how you spell it. This kern is used to make redstone, salt, which you can actually take to I don't like this weather. To actually make it slower the decay. You can salt your foods by simply putting the salt and the meat. I believe is the only thing you can actually do. What you're going to do is I do not remember I'm not going to show the crafting recipe for a majority of these things, but you will take a kern base and you will set it down. You will then take a handstone. You will put that handstone inside there, and then let's say we want to take rock salt. Let's make some salt. We then do this thing right here. We will right click on that, and you can, if you could hear it, I don't know for sure if you could hear it. Looks like it is done. We have salt right here. Now you can take that and you can mix it with your meat and make it so it will decay a lot less. Again, while we're on the topic of food, it looks like my mobs have despawned. Also, if I do make a sudden gag noise, I do apologize. A skunk is outside apparently. But I will show you guys the mobs that are in Terrafirmacraft. They're cows, wolves, sheep. Chickens are not actually in it. We actually have pheasants instead, which I will show you right now. We have a pheasant. That is a pheasant. They can come in different colors. If we get lucky, yes, there we go. That is a male and a female. By right-clicking, you can actually check. By holding shift-click, you can actually... I'm actually just going to fly over here real quick. By holding shift-click, you can pull a feather off of them. If you do pull too many feathers off, they will die, so be careful with that. Cows and sheep, they all basically look the same, except for sheep do drop mutton, which actually in the 1.8 they do, but in 1.64.4 they didn't. Cows, they will have these horns that are actually more prominent. Females will have smaller horns. To actually breed animals, it is you cannot check the gender of cows. You can just tell by the horns. To breed them, you will need to take the what is it called? The oat grain. Any kind of any of the grains. Once if you take, let me just show you guys real quick. Let's just take some oat grain. Doesn't matter what kind of grain. They do follow you if you have oat grain. You simply right-click on that one. Right-click on that one, and they will make their kissies. Let's throw that in there. And now if you check, it will say pregnant, and breeding does work a little bit differently. It doesn't just pop out a baby. It will take the 6 months in game to actually have the cow have a baby. Cows, I've only had cows have one baby at a time, but I do not know that for sure if that's true. Sheep, I actually haven't been able to breed in sheep. Again, with the horns, you can tell that is obviously a male, and that is obviously a female. Same thing. If you take your wheat, your grain. I wonder if carrot. I don't know. No, carrot won't work. If you take your grain, you will actually be able to breed those. Wait 6 months. Blah blah blah. Pigs, those things shoot off babies like it is no other. A pig giving birth. I have had times where I have had at least 20 pigs. Maybe not 20, maybe like 12. But they give a lot of pigs. Pigs will give a lot. Those are actually both females, so I can't actually show you them kissy, but that might get banned. You never know. Pigs, basically, they give you a lot. So if you do get pigs, I definitely recommend keeping those pigs. Another mob that they did add in this one in Terrafirmacraft is a deer. Let's see if we can get that. I believe that is a fawn, of course, and that is a deer, as you can tell by the antlers. There's the male. I actually haven't tried breeding these guys because of the fact that they actually do not give you any drops or anything special. They're just, they might do something with them later, actually make them give you deer meat. I don't know for sure, but they currently they do not actually have anything. Am I forgetting any friendly? That is basically all the friendly mobs. Let's change the time. Also, I learned that you cannot just put time set like 0 or anything like that. You will have to put day because of the time as you can tell, it says like 1,272,000 right now, but it was actually when I first started on this map, it was 900. The time actually does change for the day. Oops. I put that in wrong. My apologies. I hate the rain. Now, all the monsters actually despawned, but over here we have the new another addition to the hostile mobs, which is actually a bear. If he's going to show his face, yep, there's a bear. They will attack you. They are hostile mobs on site. They will attack you. More mobs that they have are, of course, the zombie. Spiders are here. Zombies, spiders are here. That's actually a cow. I'll actually show you if you kill a cow. Look at all that meat. It drops a crap load of meat. You will get a lot of meat just by killing one animal. That is why they are more sparse. Another one of the new mobs is the javelin skeleton. Javelin skeleton, I believe it's called. There is no specific. That is a horse. And he is dying. The horses actually dropped me, as I showed you earlier. I swear I picked on the skeleton. Skeleton. Actually, we're gonna kill you. Sorry, man. You're a majestic beast, but you gotta go. Yep, there's our horse meat. We can't get to it. Okay, whatever. Cow, sheep, deer. Oops. Skeleton. They're the normal skeletons. It looks like this one has some bronze armor on. Skeleton. There is the javelin skeleton. They actually they are a lot stronger, and they will throw those javelins at you, and they will do a lot of damage. Of course, there's the creepers and zombies. That is basically that is all the hostile mobs, and then Endermen, of course. But those you really don't care because there is no end and there is no Nether in Terrafirmacraft. That is all the hostile mobs and normal mobs. Now, some other plants that are in Terrafirmacraft. There's hemp and there is sugarcane. Hemp and sugarcane currently I do not. Hemp I know for sure does not have any use. I believe you can grind it and make coke. I do not quote me on that. It doesn't sound right, but that's what I think. Sugarcane, you can actually just make sugar. Currently there are there's not a use for either one of them. I believe but do not quote me on that. They might do something with it later on with a future update, but currently there's nothing. Another plant that is not edible but can be used is jute. Jute, if you take jute and you put it into a barrel of water, which are actually barrels, I will show you that. I'll just take out a barrel real quick because I think I have one anywhere else. Again, you can take any type of barrel and any type of wood and make it into whatever barrel you want. Take a barrel, you can fill it with a bucket. You can take a bucket, I believe it is bucket again. You make wooden buckets actually, but with those buckets you can fill these barrels up. And with those barrels, if you put jute into one of a barrel and you will a barrel full of water, you can seal it. And then after a while, it is unsealed, and you get jute fibers. Taking these jute fibers, if you take yes, if you put if you do the 4 and then 1 right there in your crafting recipe, it will give you a rope. Another thing with the crafting, I will actually have to switch over. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to switch over to survival real quick so I can actually show you the crafting. I actually need to get some. Oh my goodness! Game with the rain. Good thing we waited so we can get rid of this rain. But a thing with the okay, actually we're good. But with the crafting, as you can see, you only have the 4. You actually do not make crafting tables. What we do once you take a saw and a log and make planks. If you put the 4, and then you will get let me just show you real quick. Actually, I can't. But once you make a plank, you have to make another type of plank. You'll put that in. You will get 8 of like some normal, 6 or 8 or 16, I don't really, but like just a flat plank. And if you put the 4 in again, you will get a solid block plank. If you take those 4 and you put it right there, it will just expand your crafting area, and you will then be able to make the things that you need. 3 in a row of 3. Once you, if you do die though, you will lose that, and you will have to make another. You will have to make another crafting table in there, and you will get that again. That is basically all for that part right there. Alright everyone, so basically there is still a lot more in Terrafirmacraft. There's a lot more things that actually do not have any use. There's some items that are just there for you can use as decoration, but could be used in the future, that have a purpose, but they actually haven't implemented it into the game yet. There is a lot more. If you do enjoy what you have seen thus far in Terrafirmacraft, which is, again, as I said, my favorite mod. If you do enjoy it, just go look in the description below. I will have the download link to that. There is much more to Terrafirmacraft. I will also have the Terrafirmacraft wiki as well as the alloy calculator if you do manage to download it. That is basically all that I have to say. Again, go check out the wiki on Terrafirmacraft. Go download it if you find even more cool, which you will find even more cool stuff in the wiki. Go download it with the link in the description. That is all I have to say on Terrafirmacraft. I hope you enjoyed this mod spotlight video of it and I hope you enjoyed playing your Terrafirmacraft when you actually download it. If you did enjoy this mod spotlight video, and please give me a like, also a comment if you want to see any how to build videos on those the Crucible and everything like that. That is all I have to say. Subscribe if you haven't for more awesome Minecraft videos. This has been Sir Godwin. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Stay classy, everybody, and have a great night.